Oh, I leveled up!
Same.
He was my favorite fight so far.
Even though we didn't take any part in it?
I mean, we did. We did half the fight. He had half a bar when we went in.
Yeah, I know.
It sucks that they didn't wait for us to start, though.
I think that's what the ready check was for.
Yeah, but people were saying they weren't ready.
That was us.
Yeah, so they should have just waited. Oh well, whatever. What's this? Sure, I guess? Okay, so I guess that's it for that. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Let's see. Ho there, MochaMassiah. You're a hoe. Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Baldesian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's inner defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant of a man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that'll have been Phlegathon, not Acheron, Phlegathon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegans' extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Well, well, there it is, the foot of the tower. What surprises do you have in store for us, I wonder? Well, this isn't even the tower? We have much to discuss and digest. Let's retire to St. Coinax, find it for the present, and there plan our next step. Oh wait, we're not even in the tower yet. This is not the tower. This is like a defense mechanism before it. I think. Interesting. That's why I can't fly. This is like its own area. Crazy looking too, whatever that is.
Woo!
It would be my pleasure. Today is a little lighter on talking because this is like some story content, but it's not like we know the base of it. But who is this guy though? Oh, it's the outlandish man. Oh snap! That's Nero, dude. Uh-oh. Oh snap. Who is this guy and gal? I am Uni Doga. Uni and Doga, scholars of the Allegan civilization. Same, you have the Allegan Eye as well. The sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Alligans, yet I inherited it from my father as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. Our eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. Huh. Seems we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? Okay, so they're gonna join us. Very good. Okay. Allow me to introduce Uni and Doga, they're scholars of ancient Aleg. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It's our hope that we can be of some small assistance. Your attire is ought to go by. Your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way inside, though, is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it open. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved upon it, a man and a woman, respectant, elegant royalty by my judgment. Precisely who these individuals were we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. Something's happening. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, we should. Why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? Oh, because they're full Allagan, maybe? They can use their Allagan powers to open it? I don't think any of us expected that to happen. Seven hells, what is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable only to those with royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I'm delighted to see. They are of royal Allegan blood. Damn you, Nero. Why you come here, Nero? Don't make me smite you again. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive? Garland. If I didn't know better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I'm no longer a threat to you. My legion is, for all intents and purposes, defunct, and my association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlemald, so I've been roaming this land of Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wanderings, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you committed, you think us that gullible? If you're suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts. But I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was a symbol of ancient Eleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. Makes sense. You mean to say these two are descended from elegant... what, royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of elegant ingenuity. Oh. They were cloned or created or something. Clones. Yeah, clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? It seems the time of concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making what would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. Very well. Seven hells, you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think that I just spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An elegant tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but is yours now. I wish you joy of it. Look forward to working together, old friend. Oh boy. As it pertains closely to investigation, your leader, Rambros, may wish to be present. Before we begin, pray allow me to apologize again. It was not our intent to deceive you. As you have already gathered, we are not scholars sent by the students of Valdezia. Nay, we are clones. Copies of people who once existed, given life through elegant technology. is rather a lot to take in. It would not be considered unseemly, might I ask why you and yours were created, and more specifically, what is it that you now seek to do? Answering your questions requires that we revisit elegant history. Pray bear with us. The Elegant Empire reached its zenith long before our kind came into being. In that glorious age, the Crystal Tower stood tall as a symbol of elegant pride. Parents took their children here that they might learn how the nigh limitless energy it produced brought prosperity to the whole empire. That prosperity, however, bred decadence, and the empire began to show signs of stagnation. This decline was made all the more rapid for want of strong leadership. In a matter of generations, the elegant civilization became a pale shadow of its former self. Its once gleaming cities fell into disrepair, and its frontier lands were given over to the wilderness. Lamenting the pitiful state of affairs, one technologist made it his mission to restore Aleg to greatness. Ammon was his name, and he believed that the ailing empire wanted for but a potent ruler, and none was more potent than his founding father, whom he sought to resurrect. The founding father you cannot mean Emperor Xandi. None other. As part of his experiments, Aemon created clones of the Emperor's descendants. We are the products of that experiment, copies of Uni and Doga. Historical texts mention the reigns of two elegant emperors named Xandi. It was commonly believed that the second was the namesake of the first. After all, such a custom is not uncommon among royalty and commoners alike, to think that the two were in fact one and the same. Xandi returned from the grave and assumed his throne once more, and true to Amon's prediction, the Emperor restored his realm to the glory it once knew, but that he could have been satisfied with that. In his previous life, the Emperor desired to bring the entire world under Allegan dominion, an ambition that ultimately went unfulfilled. Having been granted a second chance, he was determined to succeed. Realizing that he needed more power to wage his war of conquest, Xandi turned his sights towards the forbidden source, darkness. In order to learn how to harness his power, he converted the Crystal Tower into a restricted research facility. Darkness again? Seven hells. What is it with megalomaniacal rulers turning to darkness in their lust for power? Well, at least this one won't be bothering us, being thousands of years dead and all. Would that you were right, Master Garland. Alas, Emperor Xandi is very much alive within Circus Tower. He still abides, his ambition burning all the more ardently for his empire's collapse. Oh! Well, this is beautiful, actually. Within the power of darkness requires prodigious amounts of energy that not even the Crystal Tower could produce. In order to augment the shortfall, Dalamud was created and launched into the heavens. On high it hung, gathering the sun's energy and channeling it into the tower below. However, a miscalculation resulted in a surge of energy that escaped into the land. This triggered an earthquake of unprecedented violence, the calamity that ushered in the Fourth Umbral Era. In the blinking of an eye, the mighty Allegan Empire was laid to waste. Yet even the Crystal Tower was sinking into the earth. The technologist Ammon, now Emperor Xandi's closest aide, invoked powerful magics and halted the flow of time. Every soul within the structure, the Emperor included, was placed in a deep slumber. In that state, they were to remain until the time was ripe to awaken. Holy crap. Holy quamp. Eras came and went. After millennia lying dormant, Dalamud was summoned back to the earth. Its descent triggered the Seventh Umbral Calamity, in the wake of which the Crystal Tower re-emerged. At that moment, Emperor Xand awakened. Well, there he is! In his lust for power, the Emperor consorted with darkness and was seduced by its corrupting influence. Even though his empire is now little more than a fading memory, he will stop at nothing to see his ambition realized. It is for no other purpose but to put an end to Xandi's madness that we exist. This is the mantle we have inherited from our namesakes, the true Uni and Doga. Fearing that what might befall the world, the two of them sought to thwart their emperor. They gave unto us their will, that we might carry on their mission should they fail. we came to our senses within the Crystal Tower, we deliberated a course of action, concluding that we alone cannot overcome Xande. We struck out to find a worthy ally. It has taken years, but our search is finally over. There's no ordinary man who can cut a path through the labyrinth of the ancients. With you as our champion, MochaMassiah Saravain, we are confident that we can end Xande's dark ambition once and for all. Well, that'll teach me for speaking too soon. Setting my jargon aside, I see now why you knew about the students of Baldesion, among a host of other things. You were observing our investigation the whole time. So what will we do, MochaMassiah? The world's in grave danger again, and it just so happens you're an expert at saving it. Of course. I will save it. We have our eternal gratitude. Together, let us see the Elegans Empire dark past lay to rest. It has been our mission to recover the long-lost knowledge of the Allegan civilization, but what worth is that knowledge if it means subjecting the realm to peril? Truth be told, it pains me to think that the tower's secrets may become lost to us, but the greater good must ever come first. Besides, no quantity of ancient relics can compare to our friends Uni and Doga, living, breathing Allegans. And so I hereby declare a change in Noah's objective. Henceforth, we shall direct all efforts towards sealing off Circus Tower. Its dark secrets must never know the light of day. MochaMassiah. As you did for us within the Labyrinth of Ancients, I would have you enter the structure and eliminate hostile elements. Suffice it to say, this includes Emperor Xande himself. You got it, boss. Meanwhile, the rest of us shall examine ways to isolate Circus Tower from the outside world. To work, then. Woo! That's a lot of story. That Crystal Tower's pretty cool, actually. I must say. There's something I must know. My right eye is like yours. Does this mean... You inherited the trait from your father, you said. Know that clones are unable to bear offspring. You have no cause for concern. The elegant eye, you called it, but to us, it is the royal eye, owing to the fact that the trait manifests only in those possessed of royal blood. I cannot well explain why the eye runs in your line, but I am disinclined to think it a coincidence. Though you are doubtless impatient to learn the truth, pray have patience. All will be revealed in due time. That's pretty cool. He's only got one eye. I think the other people have two. Like the actual full blood. You have two. Circus Tower awaits us, friends. Okay. Must kill everything. Kill everything. That's the job we were given. Kill everything. Woo!